So this is the Vidalana yarn from Knitcrate. It's called Tapenade, and I decided to do a skein triangle. That means none of the sides are the same. But you do need to know how to start here, because see, the start is the trick. And what I did is that you see I have my knit like this, and then it goes that way. But I'm going to show you how to do that with a thicker yarn, because the green is a little bit difficult to see. It's a beautiful green, just gorgeous, gorgeous. But for showing the stitch, I'm going to do it with a different one and a thicker one. Okay, so we're going to cast on 2 stitches. My slip knot is the first, and that is 2. So row number 1, you are going to knit front and back of that first stitch. So knit front and back, and then knit the last one. Okay, so now we have 3 stitches. On row number 2, you're going to knit 1, and that middle one, the one before last, you knit front and back, and then you knit the last one. So now we have 4 stitches. So on the odd number rows, you always knit the front and the back of the first stitch. So this is row number 3, knit front and back, and then knit the 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we have 2, 4, 5, and so row number 4, we are going to knit 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then on the even number rows, we always knit the front and the back of the one before last. So that's the one before last. I do front and back, and then knit 1. So now I should have 2, 4, 6 stitches. So row number 5, which is an odd number row, I knit front and back of that stitch, and then I knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, row number 6, you're going to, I should have 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. And so row number 6 is knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knit front and back of the one before last, and then knit the last one. Okay, so I should have 8 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now row number 7, you knit front and back, because it's an odd number row, and you're going to knit the 7. So 3, 4. So now you have 9 stitches. Okay, row number 8, you want to knit those 7 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knit front and back of the stitch before last, and then knit 1. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches. Row number 9, you're going to knit the front and the back of that first stitch, and then you're going to knit 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and now you have 11 stitches. Row number 10, so you're going to knit 9 stitches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Knit the front and the back of the one before last, and then knit 1. And you should have 12 stitches. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So row number 11, since it's an odd number, you knit front and back of that first one. Now we're going to start doing something different. We're going to knit 1. Now we're going to knit 2 stitches together right there, and we're going to place a marker. So that's my marker. Okay, now we're going to knit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're always going to have those 8 at the end of odd number rows. So now I have 12 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so row number 12, we're going to knit the 8 stitches that are always going to be there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to pass my marker, knit 2 stitches, and then the one before last, because this is an even number row, I am going to knit front and back, and then knit 1. So now I have 13 stitches, and I am going to do the same. I am going to continue with the front and back, knit 2 together, and then knit the 8, and I'm going to do that row. This is what you're going to be repeating on every row from now on. So you're going to do your front and back of that first stitch, and now you're going to knit 2 before your marker, and those 2 stitches you're going to knit together. Pass your marker and knit the 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now on the way back, you're going to always knit those 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pass your marker, knit to the one before last. That's the one before last. Knit front and back of that stitch, and then knit the last one. You're going to be repeating these 2 last rows until the length that you want for your shawl to be. So I'm going to show you how it looks with the Tapenade yarn. So this is the way the scarf or shawl looks at the beginning. So on the odd number rows, you're going to knit the front and the back of that first stitch, and then you're going to knit all the way until 2 stitches before the marker. Those 2 stitches you're going to knit together, pass your marker, and knit 8 stitches. On the way back, which are all the even number rows, you're going to knit 8 stitches, pass your marker, and you're going to be knitting all the way to 2 before last, and on the one before last you're going to knit it from the front and from the back, and then knit the last one. And that's the way you do the whole shawl, and it's really pretty. Look at that. So I'm going to show you the end. I think I have enough for 2 more rows, so I'm going to go over this with you. And I have 182 stitches now. So this is an odd number row. Every time I don't see the 8, I am going to go and knit the front and the back of that first stitch, and then I'm going to knit all the way until I find the 2 before my marker, and I'll be back. I'm at the end of the odd number row, and 2 stitches before the marker I am going to knit those 2 stitches together, pass my marker, and then knit the 8. So when you knit those 2 stitches together, that's when it forms this neat looking effect. So now on the way back, which is an even number row, you're going to knit those 8, and then pass your marker, and keep knitting until 2 before the end, and I'll see you then. Alright, so I'm at the end of the even number row, and we said 2 before last, so the one before last I'm going to knit from the front and from the back, and then the last one I knit. Okay, so now I want to bind off because I am almost done with my yarn. I used the 2 skeins. This is just beautiful. I need to take some pictures to show you. So I'm going to use a 1 size larger needle and see how it looks to bind off. These are size 7 and this is an 8. So let's see how that looks, because I don't want it to look tight. So pass over, knit another one, pass over. Let's see how that looks. I usually use either as a larger needle or more of an elastic bind off, but I think this is going to be nice. Let's see. Yeah, that's going to be nice. Okay, so I'm going to bind off with the number 8, and I'll see you when I finish, and I'm going to take some pictures so that I can show you what it looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and please share us with your friends, and like our page and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.